Now in the previous videos, we discussed about all the product developments which we can track and which we can see on different marketplaces, e-commerce marketplaces like Shopify, Etsy, etc. Even I would say AliExpress and Alibaba, and different social media platforms as well. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss the second type of the middle approach. Like, for example, after going through all of the developments or all of the different designs which we see on Pinterest, on all the social media platforms, and on all the e-commerce marketplaces, we must have something cooking in our minds already. Like, we already got an idea what are the different aspects and we can extend the effort of development, and what some people are doing, and what are the different approaches people are picking up. So in today's video, we are going to discuss some guidelines about the product development ideation level. Like, for example, we have seen all the developed products in the previous video, which any other person, company has done the effort, and we can see if there's a gap, then we can fulfill the gap and we can launch those products on Amazon. But that also helps us in other aspect as well, and that is to get different ideas of different aspects and different dimensions in which we can do the product development part. So after having all those things in mind and definitely jot down in a sheet, in today's video we are going to discuss about the ideation guidelines. So the first guideline is improvement in the existing product. And one way of doing this, which we have seen in stress ball example as well, what problem the stress balls are solving, that is stress, that is the fidgeting habit, etc. Okay, so let's say we pick up one problem, that is fidgeting. Someone, what effort they have done, they have added the stress effort, and then in addition to that, like, I mean, the stress component and then the puppet component, and they made it the puppet fidget stress ball. For example, if we see it in the screen, so this is how it is. What they have done is they have done some improvement in the product already. Like, they identified one micro niche, that is fidgeting. If they had identified that they want to make something that can cater the stress problem, and then the hand grip problem, and then the fidgeting problem, they won't be able to create anything new. So defining the micro niche, defining the ideal customer persona is a very important part here. So what they've done is they've picked up one micro niche. This is something great. Like, along with ideas, I can show you some execution points as well, and then again in the same product which we are discussing from the beginning, so you can kind of resonate with this thing, and you can set that as an example, and you can see how people are already doing all this effort. So what you need to do here is, what basically they did is, fidgeting habit, that is a micro niche. Stress ball, I mean, people use that for this habit. Then puppet, there was a wave of puppet which people bought, like all the puppet products, it kind of ruled on Amazon platform for a short time period. They merged it. So that's the improvement in the existing product. Another example, let's define a different micro niche, that can be stress. So what are the different products which cater the stress micro niche or the stress problem? That can be then again meditation, that can be the aromatherapy, and then the stress, like the stress balls, etc. And then some motivational talk, some motivational quotation which can uplift your mood. So these guys here, the lavender scented stress ball, they combined one problem with the other one, and combining these two problems, they made some improvement in the existing product and network. Another example which I was sharing with you, like, there's a brand which has made the protein snacks, like the protein chips basically. So instead of what was the micro niche, like, you need to, the gym freaks basically, the gym guys or the gym ladies who need to take a protein, but then again they kind of see what are the other possible ways with which they can have the protein. So protein bar was what was first launched, and then they added into a different direction, different dimension, that you can add or have that in a salty taste maybe as well. So if you want to have something sweet, yes, protein bar is something. And then if you want to have some a different taste or a different medium to have that, that is the protein chips. So these are the developments which are usually common, and which is I expect and I would aim directly for. I won't go for to maybe build up something which already does not have a demand in the market, people don't know about it, and I discover it, and it may take around maybe decades to prove people why this is efficient, and it may also take decades for me to develop such kind of product. So the ideal way is to pick up an existing product and keep on improving it, keep on improving it. Eventually you will turn a giant computer into a portable PC, and then from a PC to the mobile phone, and then from keypad mobile phone to the touchscreen mobile phone, and then again so on and so forth. So small tiny updates is what you need to do in the product development part. It's not about creating something out of the out of box which people don't know already. You already, or you always need to do some small classy tangible improvements. Not improvement in the sense of changing color and changing packs, but more like hitting up a same problem. Like that is some a reason which would hit directly to that micro niche. They know, like majority of the people would be using aromatherapy already. So for them it's like, I use this aromatherapy as well, and then I use stress ball as well. What if I purchase a product which is catering both of my problem? So that's something appealing. Now the other change is, if we are not qualifying it to the purchase reason, and then the ICP part, and then the problem due to which people use the product, problems people face while using the product, or if we kind of forget all these concepts, then you would always be shaky. If I'm kind of developing something, whether it's supposed to work or not, or people are consistently rejecting whatever development I'm bringing on the table, and I'm not sure if this part is worthy, even worthy or not. So these are some worthy examples which I'm showing you right now, and that can definitely help you to set the, set the standard and see, yeah, if these things can work, then definitely I can do something similar as well. So the second guideline is repurpose the product. In the first guideline, what we did was, this was the problem, this is one product as a solution, this is the product as a solution, let's merge those. Now in this example, repurposing a product, what I'm saying is, for example, this is a problem which I have. Okay, so how many other micro niches or other ideal customer persona or other type of personalities or other people, maybe other species, have that kind of particular problem? Has anyone else managed to cater that problem successfully? If yes, then what is the product? Why can't I repurpose that product from that particular micro niche to this one? You can put it on repeat and listen to it again, but that's going to make a lot of sense for you. I am finding a problem for a I'm finding solution for a problem. Does anyone else, that can be different gender, different age group, different micro niche, different species, anything different, is this problem being faced by anyone else in the world? If the answer is yes, then the second question is, have they managed to solve the problem? If the answer is yes, then the next question is, what is the product? Then again, you are definitely going to find the product. The third answer is definitely going to be yes. Then you are going to come up with the fourth question: how can I repurpose this product to my micro niche? So one of the example we can take is, maybe there's a product like beach hammock, like what people use at the beach side. People use that for relaxing and doing all the stuff. And then, can I use that hammock for my baby as well? Now those of you who know me for last 2.5 years, you know I take the example of baby hammock a lot. And the baby hammock is definitely a product. Then again, there is a product called shopping hammock, shopping cart hammock. Like the mothers are going, Let's take the example here. There's a problem statement. There's a problem for which I want to develop a product, and that is while doing shopping in the maybe shopping mall, I need to carry my baby. But I definitely want babies to have an eye contact with me, because if they are tied with me with some kind of cloth, they are kind of suspended in the air and they feel uncomfortable. They are not relaxed and they can't have eye contact with me. So I need something better. So that's a problem statement, and the existing product for this is like the something with which you can tie your babies with yourself. Okay, so that's the existing product, and now my problem is specified. I don't want it while I'm walking on the roads, because in the car I can have my baby in the seat right beside me, and I can have a good communication or interaction with my baby. But then again, it's not possible if I'm in the shopping mall, because I need to keep on checking which product I need to buy and which product I need to skip, and all those, completing the monthly grocery list and all. So that's a specific problem here. Now we want to repurpose a product. Okay, so what my intention is, what is the final thing or value, or what do I want? Basically, I want a product which can kind of in which my baby can stay relaxed and I can have an eye contact with them while doing shopping. So that's a problem statement here. Does anyone else has a problem regarding this? Okay, you need to have a broader mindset here, definitely. But then again, yeah, people do lie out, I mean, somewhere where there is nothing like, no gadget to carry babies or such kind of stuff. I mean, like, people do carry by putting up the tent temporarily for doing camping and other kind of stuff. So yeah, we do get the idea that people do use hammock, like this we can see in this picture. People do use hammock here. Okay, so I mean, that is for a different micro niche. That is for people who are relaxing in maybe their lawn or maybe at the beach side. Okay, so what product are they using? The product is this thing, hammock. Can I use that for my babies? Yes, I can. And now you need to develop a product and you come up with something like this. And this is a hammock which you can carry, or you can set on the shopping cart, and you can see here's the developed product. So I'm trying to pick up, examples which you can guys can resonate. So instead of having everything in theoretical format in your mind, if you kind of link that up with an example, it would be easy for you to consolidate that information. So here it is, Binksy baby shopping cart hammock. I am observing this for last, I would say, 4 years now. And yeah, they are going good. And I know the margins here are huge. I know it's pretty huge. And yeah, I mean, 3,970 BSR is not bad in the baby category. And they have this other variation as well. They are kind of appealing to both ethnicities, and doing a good job here. So that's the second guideline which we can do for having the product development ideas. Okay, so the third guideline is look for the market gap. Sometimes when you see different micro niches for your product, like we have discussed in the case of stress ball, by analyzing or by doing the social listening, you see that there's a particular type of people or micro niche which has a good online aggregation point congregation point, or which has a good presence online, but still that micro niche does not have sufficient products on Amazon as compared to other micro niches. Then you can always pick up that niche and you can make up products for that niche, and you can launch that as well. For example, in our social listening effort, we found a lot of content regarding the fidget micro niche, and then some content regarding the grip and strength, that was in the minor section. But let's assume, for the sake of discussion, let's assume we find good content on, or good amount or number of content on TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, and then YouTube about the kids with autism. Now we see that we have a dedicated micro niche here which is not being targeted on the Amazon platform, and not much of the products available on Amazon for that particular niche. Now definitely we are going to pass this process through the validation stage, and we need to confirm again that if parents of kids with autism Do they prefer to purchase from Amazon platform, or do they have some dedicated dominant sales channels for purchasing such kind of products for their kids? We are definitely going to rule this out. But once again, if we see that this is a micro niche which is not being catered in the way it should be, like the audience has grown big, but still there are not much products, people are not much tapping into it, everyone is kind of developing product for one micro niche. Or you can take it in another way. For example, fidget, the size of the fidgeting micro niche can be equal to maybe if we combine the stress one, and then the kids with autism, and then maybe the grip strengthening part, if we combine these three micro niches, then we can kind of make it, let's say, 70% of the audience we have for the fidgeting, or maybe 50% of that. So what we can do here is we can see, if I kind of specialize in doing all the improvement in existing product and repurpose a product, or kind of dedicate my research for this micro niche, then definitely there are a lot of people, or there are a lot of sellers doing development effort for this fidgeting micro niche, and I can specify in this one and launch more product. Like they have seen combining the lavender with the stress ball for the stress pain point, and then for the fidget pain point you may combine something for which can help in the grip part, for those with the grip disorder, or maybe for the carpal tunnel syndrome, and that can help you to make a unique product. Definitely the size is going to be small, but if it qualifies for your budget, and if it qualifies for whatever revenue number you are targeting to achieve, then that's good to go here. So this is the third example which we see commonly finding out the gap basically in the micro niche. So the fourth part is to find the, this is what we have discussed already, but that can be a great development sign, to find the look for the trends, basically to look for what is trending and see if we can uh, kind of transform that trend into a product and tap into the market. So that was there was a first tool which we discussed for the trending portion, and that was Glimpse. Like this tool here, if you can see the screen, this part here we can explore different products via the Glimpse app, and it works much better if we search it on the trends site. I have a dedicated video about it in the first session, and you can go back to that video. We have that related keyword section which we set sort by growth, and let's say we identify any kind of trend which is improving or which is growing, particular to my niche, that can be stressful in our example, and that is somewhat which has gained popularity or success in the recent years, and there's no much development or no much social content regarding that part. But then again, the search on the Google is spiking, is growing, so I can always see what that problem, or what that product, or what that topic, or what that concern is, and see if we can transform that into a product. So the other platform which we use for trends is Trendly. Now Glimpse allows you to have 10 free searches per month, and if you want to go for more than that, you need to buy the subscription. And Trendly also has a subscription. Unfortunately, I forgot the price. But then in this Trendly, I have typed down the keyword stress ball, and you can see the opportunity, and then the demand, and then the country. We can always select different countries as well. And here it is showing its graph, like since October 2016 till now, and then in the 5 years the trend is kind of declining, and in the last 12 months the trend is growing. Month over month change is small. I mean, you can see all that data, and then again check what are the I mean, what trends are saying about this product. So here is this part which I was talking about in the beginning of this fourth point. uh, Here are the related searches which are high in value. I mean, these are the top Amazon queries, these are the rising Google queries, these are the top YouTube queries. You can get an idea. You can get an idea by exploring all these parts. So let's kind of explore it together. Stress ball gummies. So it's giving us an idea, and you can check that on Google Trends as well. It's giving us an idea like gummies, maybe in the form of stress ball, are getting popularity. I'm not sure, but definitely, if I had something related to that niche, the gummies niche, I could have definitely explored this part. Okay, so here is another thing. Stress ball for anxiety is still growing. Okay, maybe the stress ball keyword is kind of average or declining, but other such keywords are growing. Fidgets and then stress ball gummy, poppet, stress ball supplements are growing, and then how to make slime. So I can skim through. Cutting open stress ball is something trending and something rising in searches. So I can go through all this list and see if I can find something potential. For example, luckily we found an example here: mesh stress ball. So we can see what are the mesh stress balls, if it means to add a mesh on the on top of the stress ball, and see how people are putting the demand. We can do social listening around this aspect and see if we can develop something new. Mini stress ball, DIY stress ball. So these are all the examples: squishy stress balls, homemade stress ball. So we can kind of explore all these options. Okay, so top Amazon queries are stress ball for adults, kids, fidgets, Halloween stress ball. Yeah, the demand is low, but then again, it's giving you an idea. Maybe you can make it a giftable product, or by launching something special around the Halloween event, or maybe around the Christmas event for the sock stuffers. You can use that portion. And then the YouTube queries: stress ball with a balloon, stress ball Amazon, stress ball pop. So I mean, it really depends, but then again, these top queries similar to what we have seen on the glimpse part. You can get an idea if there is a rising trend regarding to your niche, and you can capitalize on that part. And another thing here is, for the Trendly app, you can always play in the categories. Like, here is no dedicated category for toys, but if your product falls under the beauty, pets, maybe food and nutrition, lifestyle, travel, any such kind of categories, so you can combine your product with the trend in this category as well. For example, if I click on the baby and kids part, so here are some things which are taking trend in the baby and kids category. So here is the OLED Smart Sock, a baby monitor that tracks your baby's oxygen level. I mean, this is different. The Swaddles, and then um, Socratic. So this is the educational app. This is the Dropout, Curiosity System, Blink, online tutorial, Upskill, Nanith, baby monitor, the only HD baby monitor that lets you track their sleep. So we can have get an idea that the trend of parents monitoring their baby sleep pattern is growing. So this is a trend we can pick up and see if we can develop something around this line. And then definitely we need to do a lot of social listening, around 2 3 days of content we need to read out to see if there is a possibility to develop something. Now there is the sleep suit, a patented swaddle transition product designed by a pediatric physical surgeon, I would say, whatever is it. But yes, you can see an idea that definitely our product is not for this level of babies. These are for infants, maybe till up to 3 years of age. But if your product is falling under any of these category, you can see the trend and you can combine. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't, but then again, these are all the options to see. So you can pass yourself through all the process from step A till step Z, and you can see which components are working for you, which are not. And if you find sufficient components to achieve the product development which you're looking for, then definitely it serves the purpose here. Okay, so the fifth and last point for product development ideation, or the product development guidelines, is to focus on the user experience. So you have gone through all this exercise. You have identified your micro niche. You try to explore some functional components which you can improve. You try to focus on some emotional components like the touchy components which you can improve, like something which appeals to the audience, or maybe combining, the lavender with the stressful, such kind of stuff. Anything which hits the emotional part, you found try to find out a lot and explore all these parts. But sometimes the products are kind of very good, and you most of the times won't able to find much you can add to the development part, or maybe to the functionality addition part, especially in the first 3 4 times when you will go through all this exercise. So another angle of adding or doing the product development is improving the customer experience. This is what you guys would have seen in YouTube videos, where the YouTubers or maybe the bloggers, they kind of appreciate Apple a lot, the Apple mobile brand, about their focus on the customer experience, on the user experience. And this is what usually we do in the service industry as well. But then again, sometimes the addition all the addition you require is just improve the customer experience, nothing else. An example I have here is, there's a brand named as Simply Modern. You can definitely check it out on YouTube and other sports. I'm not sure if this is a particular case, what was the reason behind their success. But then again, this is what I found, and that can be half cooked approach, because I haven't spent much time exploring this thing. But that was fitting as a good example in this particular point. So there were these tumblers or the stainless steel water bottles, and there were brands like Yeti, which are altogether dominating the niche. And then this brand, or you can simply take the example without even keeping the brand in mind. What they did was, they simply add on different designs and different colors or color theme and design based upon their target user, or based upon their micro niche. Now some generic products like I would say earbuds, or maybe the water bottles, or maybe there are some products which is the need of everyone does use that. But if we have done the micro niche study and the pain point study and the reason behind purchase behavior of the customer, that kind of study, then it helps us in the adding the customer experience as well. So what they did was, let's say for the sake of discussion, there is one micro niche of women, like teenage girls, and then the office woman, and then the maybe the gym guys, and then the office professionals, and then the school kids. So these are all the different micro niches. They added color theme, they added the designing, they added different colors based upon the micro niche. So definitely, if I'm offering some 5 7 plain colors, and you add up the color theme specific to the target audience, or specific to the micro niche, and you have an in-depth study. Now here the barrier to entry is your in-depth study regarding your micro niche. Definitely your customer, your competitor can copy one or two of your design, but if you have a detailed study of your micro niche, of your target customer, or the reason to why they purchase the product, then what simply you need to do is, you will keep on customizing the user experience or the design on the bottle based upon your micro niche. And your competitor can follow you maybe in 1 2 3 design, but they have to keep on following you, and you will be kind of the leader who is generating the color theme, the design on the bottle, so it appeals to one specific micro niche. That can be teenage girls, that can be teenage boys, that can be baby girls, baby boys, that can be gym freaks, that can be office professionals, corporate world people, that can be entrepreneurs. So these are, they divided based upon the color, or you can consider it as a solo idea without even linking up with that brand. This is how you can add the customer experience by see what are the different type of customers I have, what are their personality types, their hobby, their lifestyle, and then their activities. And you can kind of revolve the experience improvement component regarding their micro niche, and that can help you a lot in gaining success. And that is definitely a worthy product development idea. So that's all for the development idea part. Now, after going through all the platforms and like the first type of middle approach, and then today in this video we discuss the second type of the middle approach. Now, even after all this, you fail, or you are unable to find any good development idea or any good product develop new design in the mind, then you have to then there are two further options I would like to say here. If the market is non-competitive, then go with the variation approach, go with the go with the aggressive approach, go with the plan to dominate the niche and launch multiple variations and capitalize the market before it gets competitive. But it's a very competitive niche and you fail to find any new development in the product, then I would suggest you to drop the product and go for any other. Because if you're going into a very competitive niche and you don't have like way deep pockets to spend on the product for 1 or 2 years, then this development drill is going to help you a lot in penetrating the market. And if you fail to find something new through this all development drill, then and the niche is competitive, then drop the product. And if the niche is not competitive, then you can always go for the timely launch and dominate the niche by adding more and more products in your portfolio, in your catalog basically, and making a consolidated presence in the niche on the Amazon platform. So that's all for today's video, and see you soon in the next one.